Sa ating previous videos, na-discuss na natin ang ins and outs sa double integration. So sa example na to, let's proceed directly sa paggawa ng equation. Now, remember na yung origin ng moment equation natin is nasa left side. So we don't have to solve the reactions na sa fixed end natin. Kasi hindi na yan masasali sa moment equation. However, for the sake of those who want to review statics, I'll just include the values of the reaction forces sa discussion natin. So to get the reaction at the fixed end, kailangan nating mag-sum up ng vertical forces, which only includes itong triangular load. Yung resultant ng triangular load is equal to its area, which is 1/2 times base na 3 plus 3 meters, so 6, times yung height na 4 kN per m. So magiging 12 kN. And then para sa moment sa B, we need to take moments about point B. So equate natin yung counterclockwise sa clockwise moments. Yung counterclockwise moment natin is equal to our resultant times yung centroid ng triangle going to its height. Or sa case na to, patungo sa right side. So MB equals 12 times yung moment arm na 1/3 of 6 or 2 meters. And then para sa clockwise moment, we have two forces, which include yung 2 kNm applied clockwise moment saka yung moment reaction natin sa B according to our assumption. So our MB will be 22 kNm. Lagay na lang natin yung forces, but again, we don't need that sa equation natin. This is just for the purpose of statics. So now, let's develop our moment equation from the left end. Again, that's equal to EIY prime prime. Now, let's try to recall how to form the moment equation kung meron tayong triangular load. Let's say we have a triangular load with base x and height y. Its resultant will be 1/2 times x times y, which is simply yung area ng triangle. And then using ratio and proportion, we will be able to get the equation of y in terms of our base x. But I'll give you a tip lang kung paano i-simplify natin yung equation. From our ratio and proportion, y is simply the height of the triangle over the base times x. So just to show you the process, we will just extend this triangle and I will briefly show you the methods. So we are simply relating y and x to the dimensions of the triangle. So height ng triangular load over yung base times x, yan na yung height ng triangle. And then para sa moment equation, imumultiply natin yan by its moment arm, which is x over 3. And so ito na yung general equation natin for triangles. Take note na yung y is in terms of x. So balik tayo sa moment equation natin. Yung rotation na makukost ng triangular force is counterclockwise. So yung sign is negative. And then let's start sa resultant or area ng triangle, which is 1/2 times x times y. Yung y natin is height ng triangular load, which is 4, over the base ng triangular load, which is 6. And then para makuha yung moment equation in terms of x, multiply natin yung area or resultant by the moment arm na x over 3. So tapos na ba tayo? Hindi pa. Let's not forget yung 2 kNm na load. Now, yung sign na gagamitin natin is positive because clockwise yung moment natin. As you can remember, sa shear and moment diagrams, we directly add yung applied moment sa moment equation natin as a constant value. However, you have to take note of this. In forming the moment equation for double integration, we have to consider the location of the applied moment and gagamitin natin yung pointed brackets. Sa case na to, yung moment natin is plus 2 multiplied by pointed bracket x minus 3. Just like sa moment equation sa concentrated loads natin, meron tayong condition na kung negative yung nasa loob ng pointed bracket, hindi na natin isasali yan. Now, you might ask kung bakit mag-add tayo ng x minus 2. Kasi diba it would mean na yung moment equation natin is magbabago since dapat plus 2 alone lang yung applied moment. Ito yung concept dyan. Sa moment equation, while it's true na we should only add the applied moment as a constant, meron na tayong conditioning dapat for the slope and deflection equation because yung placement ng moment na yan will affect the slope and deflection. So essentially, sa moment equation natin, yung power ng nasa pointed bracket is 0 because a number raised to 0 is equal to 1. And then also recall na sa moment equation, we will only move up by 2 kung nasa 3 meters na tayo. Again, we will not include na yung forces dito sa fixed end. Because in making our cut for the moment equation, we cut right before sa last segment but not directly add it. To shorten our videos para hindi kayo mabore, kasi I know na marami dito yung gusto ng instant solutions, let's just fast track itong simplification and integration process. It will be left to you as a challenge na lang if magmamatch yung expressions natin. Simplifying our moment equation, makukuha natin to. And then if we integrate, this will be our result. Now, yung 0 na exponent is magiging 1, and then merong lalabas na arbitrary constant. Ito na yung slope equation natin. And then integrating once more, makukuha na natin yung deflection equation. Tapos merong lalabas na second arbitrary constant. To solve our arbitrary constants, we need to check the location of our support. Now, iba na to sa previous problem natin because yung fixed end natin is nasa right side na, hindi na sa left side. Again, sa fixed na support, walang slope at deflection ang mangyayari dyan. But dito ka dapat careful. Yung location ng fixed support natin is nasa x equals 6. Hindi x equals 0. Kasi nasa right end na kasi yung fixed support natin. Again, 0 yung deflection at slope dyan. And so applying our boundary conditions, makukuha na natin yung C1 saka C2. Now let's just use our calculators. Yung denominator dito is magiging 180. And then yung 2 magka-cancel. And then applying our first condition, ito na yung simplified equation natin. Notice na meron pa tayong 2 unknowns. So we have to apply the second condition dun sa slope equation natin. And so let's plug in those values. Let's just use our calculators and then masosolve na natin yung C1 natin. Which is positive 30. And then let's plug in our value of C1 dun sa first equation natin to solve for C2. Yung C2 natin is magiging negative 145.8. And so plugging in those values sa slope equation at deflection equation natin, magiging ganito na yung final equations. Now for this specific beam, you can check if correct ba yung C1 saka C2 mo. We know na at x equals 6, walang deflection. So try natin mag-plug in ng 6 sa deflection equation, and if 0 yung result, tama yung arbitrary constants. Now, let's try to solve the following questions. Yung first question natin is about the maximum deflection, which occurs dito sa free end natin, hindi dyan sa fixed end. And so yung x na gagamitin natin for our deflection equation will be x equals 0, hindi x equals 6. Iba kasi yung orientation ng beam na to from our previous example. Hindi yan automatic na for maximum deflection, yung x mo is yung length ng span. You have to look at the figure and analyze kung nasaan yung location ng maximum deflection. Since yung free end natin is nandito sa left side or sa origin, our x will be 0. Plugging in 0 sa deflection equation, yung maximum deflection natin will be the value of C2 kasi yan na lang ang matitira. So ito na yung sagot natin and then negative yan because yung deflection natin is downward. And then for letter B, we have to be careful. The question asks for the slope at 2m from the fixed support, hindi from the free end. So yung x natin dyan will be 4 instead of 2. Kasi nandito yan. And then using 4 as our x, yung slope natin is magiging itong value na to. Now, since slope yung sinosolve natin, yung unit natin for the numerator will be knm squared. Now, positive yung value natin because yung rotation is counterclockwise. Ito yung rotation at x equals 4. So basically, counterclockwise. For the last question, papalitan ko na lang to ng 2 para you will understand the difference between sa question na to from the question sa letter B. But yung question natin dito is deflection na, hindi na slope. However, yung difference is yung kinoconsider natin is 2m from the free end na. So let's go back sa figure natin, yung x na gagamitin natin is already 2. Nandito na kasi yan. From the free end. And so if we plug in 2 sa equation natin, hindi na natin isasali yung pointed bracket na merong x minus 3 kasi magiging negative na yung nasa loob. Type natin yung deflection equation sa calculator, ito na yung magiging answer natin. And so ito na yung sagot for letter C.